Saber Showdown frequently asked questions answered by me. But before we start this video, you gotta make sure that you join the Nova Waves Games group. As you see, you actually get a group exclusive Saber. So make sure to get it as fast as possible, because I don't know if it's limited or not, but you might miss it, so make sure to claim it. If you go into edit and select weapon and you scroll down, you will see the sword right here and you're gonna click on it. So when we test it out real quick, it actually looks pretty sick. As you can see, whoa, it looks so nice actually. And it's kind of different. If you look like very into the detail, if you like scroll in, you can see it has like one like big string and like an aura, so it looks like very unique. I really like it. It also has a unique sound, which I also really like. So now let's just get into the video. So the first question is, how do I actually change my lightsaber color? And for that, you actually just go into edit right here in the bottom. You can see select weapon and change color. You just go to hit on change color and you can actually just select different types of colors. But before that, you actually need to purchase them from the shop. You can see right here, Saber color, access all Saber colors, which you can buy for 3000 points and 49 Robux. But I highly suggest you that you buy it for the points, because it's just not like worth the Robux, or maybe if you don't like to play the game, or maybe you want to get the colors as fast as possible, then you can buy it for Robux. In addition to that, many people ask me in my tutorials, if you didn't check my tutorials out, you should probably, because I will... Never mind, there's no like dark saber form, because for the dark saber you actually need to buy, as you can see, you can buy it for 299 Robux. Wait, did you actually see? Yes, you can buy it for 299 Robux for 18,000 points. This is actually where things get interesting, because if you're like a casual gamer and you most likely won't like want to grind too much, you can buy it with the Robux if you have some. Or if you're like me, like you just want to grind a bit, you can actually purchase it with 18,000 points, which is not too much, because you also, like as you can see, you can always claim 1000 points every 1000 likes. So it's actually like kind of like not too hard to actually get with the 18,000 points. So yeah. Another question I didn't actually mention in my tutorial is, why are my force moves not working? So I gotta admit, I struggled for this question like a bit, and I didn't even realize it. So basically, you can only use forces when you focus on your target and you see smoke. As you can see, focusing on the spear duelist, and I can actually use my force abilities now because he's smoking. So as you can see, as you do it right here, and you can actually use it, and it works. And if you don't focus on the target and immediately do this, this doesn't work. You can actually make it way easier to tell if you turn on the focus glow indicator in the settings. You need to just go on the top left corner, click on settings and power focus glow, turn this on. And what this does is actually pretty helpful. We go back to other dummies, equip our lightsaber. Your opponent actually lights up blue. So it can make it way easier for you if you're like, maybe when you're in low graphic settings and you don't see the smoke, and actually just turn on this indicator, which is really helpful in like advanced competitive, because sometimes you just gotta focus on way more stuff than just the smoke. So perfect blocking and every shadow swinging, etc. I covered up everything in my 2 tutorials, so check them out if you actually like maybe got some questions left. I'm pretty sure you will find your question somewhere. Another thing I always get asked, especially from new players, is how do you actually get your lightsaber back after you throw it? And you just need to press the block button. That's it. You don't need to do some fancy stuff. Just click your block button and you won't get it immediately back, because it will travel to you in a straight line, or maybe if you move like in a curve, but it actually takes some time. so you won't get it immediately. Keep that in mind when you actually throw your lightsaber, because it's always like at a high risk. Another basic thing I always get to see when I play in random lobbies is that most people always say, why can't I force jump? Problem is, I already said it in one of my tutorials, is that you actually can force jump with the side and front key or direction. So I can force jump forwards if you got the meter for it, right? And I can force jump left. But what most, especially new players, always try to do is to always go back from your opponent, and you can't force jump with the backflip. You will lose some meter and you can't force jump. Keep that in mind. The most efficient way is, if you want to like escape, is just basically, if you're standing right in front of your opponent, just actually turn sideways and use the exact key for the force jump. So if I turn left, just force jump left, and if you turn right, force jump right. The last question I'm gonna cover up is, why do I actually lose so much stamina? Or why do I always lose battles because of my stamina? Well, to put it simply and short, what you gotta do first, you need to always walk as much as you can. You can do it by pressing shift on your PC. And second is very important, the stun mechanic. So basically, you're probably, especially new players, always try to like attack the opponent, and if your opponent actually counter hits you, like he hits you before you can even start your attack animation. So you press attack, but let me just showcase you. I did it in my tutorial. But when you press attack, yeah, this is a normal slash, but if you try to, if you try to attack right as your opponent's gonna hit you, and he pressed the attack button before you, you will lose so much stamina in short time. So always try to walk and avoid this. Always block, try to perfect block, and just maybe try to predict when your opponent's gonna try to predict when your opponent's gonna hit you, so you're actually in an advantage and you won't lose stamina that fast. Yeah, that was basically it for this short video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you got like any other question that you might ask yourself or your friends, or questions that you always get to hear and you're tired of hearing always. If you enjoyed this video, please consider to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. But for now, see you guys.